afternoon, everyone. Today is Sunday. Welcome to our Sunday exhortation. Our topic today is a good name. A good name or reputation. Diba lahat po sa atin ay may kanya-kanyang pangalan. Pagka panganak pa lang, or even before we are born, may pangalan na inihahanda ang ating parents. At yun ay nag-a-appear sa ating birth certificate. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng yung pangalan? Do you know what's the meaning of your name? As for me, I have a beautiful name and a beautiful meaning. One of God's gift and promise to us. Yun ang aking pangalan. It means freedom. Because my name is Liberty. A deeper sense of freedom. Freedom from boundness, freedom from captivity. Ganun po. And of course, as we grow up, may mga palayaw po tayo or other name na itinatawag sa atin. Sometimes it is based on our characteristics. Ano po yung pangalan nyo? I attended in one church, they call it DAG, Divine Appointment with God. And they gave a name, an English name, and according to the church leaders, they prayed for that, and the name given to me was a righteous advocate, and hoping so much that I would live by that name, by that words, righteous advocate. So napaka-importante po ang pangalan to have a good name, kasi a good name is reputation. Yung pangalan po natin, yun din po ang ating reputasyon. So I'm gonna share this. Ito po yung shinare ng pastor sa online service na joinan ko kanina. A good name. So let us first read the whole this passage, Proverbs verses 1 to 6. From 1 to 6 po muna, which is related to our topic. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Verse 2. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. Verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor in life. In verse 4, verse 5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. And verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So, what is a good name? Ano ba ang maganda o mabuting pangalan?
Good name is good character.
Yeah. It is one's positive reputation. Ito po ang reputasyon ng isang tao na positibo, maganda, mabuti. And integrity are more valuable than material wealth. Ang mabuting pangalan ay may integridad. What is integrity? There is honesty, di ba? May integridad, honesty, and accountability sa kanyang responsibilidad. mas importante po, mas mahalaga ang magandang pangalan kaysa sa material wealth. Ano ba yung material wealth? For example, silver, gold, mga pag-aari-ari-arian, pera, ganun. Mas mahalaga ang pangalan kaysa sa pera. Bakit? Bakit kaya? Kasi, ang magandang pangalan, it has long value, it has eternal value. Mas mahaba po, long lasting ang kanyang halaga o epekto. It can create a legacy. While money is temporary. Temporary nga naman ang money, di ba? Pwedeng meron ngayon, pwedeng bukas, wala na. Ang magandang pangalan, kahit pa siguro lumipas na yung panahon o mamatay ang isang tao, ang magandang characteristic ng isang tao ay andun pa rin, just like the story of my mother na may kwento mo yung about kay kina great grandparents, yung lola at lolo ni mother na
Si Abel na lang, si Abel. Sa
sige.
Hebrews 11, kahit namatay si Abel, yung gawan niya is naririnig pa rin, sabi.
Yeah, dun sa ibahin po natin yung ating example. Dun sa Bible, sa biblical example, si Abel, isa siyang mabuting tao. He is a good man. He is a godly man. Nagbigay siya ng kanyang offering kay Lord. Tinanggap ito ng heartily ni God, kasi heartily yung pagbibigay ni Abel. Pero nung siya ay pinatay
Cain.
ng kanyang kapatid na si Cain,
His
yung
deed is still speaking until now.
yung kabutihan niya andun pa rin, di ba? Kaya nakasulat sa Bible ang kanyang kabutihan. Siya ay mabuting tao. Parang si King David, di ba? It is written in the Bible na siya ay naging aside from being a great king or dakilang hari, he is a man after God's own heart.
Humble.
Yeah, he is very humble. Makasalanan po siya, pero despite of his sins, madali po siyang mag-repent. Madali siyang mapagpakumbaba siya. Humihingi siya ng tawad at saka kino-confess niya yung kanyang kasalanan agad-agad kay Lord. I have sinned. Tapos humihingi ng kapatawaran. Ayun po. Kaya, di ba after his death, even after the death of Solomon, David, yung kanyang successor na si King Solomon, di ba? Ang ganda-ganda ng trato sa kanya. He is well respected. Tapos, andun pa rin yung magandang reputasyon ng kanyang father. Yun, ang magandang pangalan ay it can create a legacy. Kaya sometimes may mga taong tinutulungan ng ibang tao, kasi yun pala yung tinulungan nila ay yung family, like parents or grandparents ng isang taong yun, naging mabuti sa kanila, tinulungan sila, ganun. Just like David and Solomon. Tapos, itong Proverbs is was written by King Solomon, di ba? King Solomon is very rich, very wise, ang tali-talino niyang tao, pero na-discover niya na mas maganda pa rin ang magandang pangalan kaysa sa kung ano mang material na bagay dito sa mundo. Tapos, integrity and character. Ito po yung basihan ng kung paano magkaroon ng magandang pangalan. May integridad ka at maganda ang yung character, behavior, attitude. Ito po ay process ng pag-develop at pag-demonstrate ng magagandang qualities, magagandang ugali, like honesty, pagiging honest. Diba, pag hindi ka honest sa kung ano mang gagawin mo, walang trust sa'yo, hindi magtitiwala sa'yo ang ibang tao. Tapos, aside from honesty, kindness, pagiging mabuti, pagiging mabait. Mabait sa ibang tao, matulungin, ganoon. At saka marami pang iba na good characteristics. Tapos, yung good name, it earns loving favor and respect. Makakadulot or it will earn loving favor and respect, di ba? Pag maganda ang yung reputasyon, nire-respeto ka ng mga tao, it is a very great thing. So, ano ba yung loving favor? It is God's grace and approval which is more valuable than wealth. Yung grace ni Lord, yung approval ni Lord, ito po yung idudulot ng magandang pangalan. Tsaka andito rin sa verses 1 to 6 kung paano ma-achieve ang good name, steps in achieving good name. Punta po tayo sa verse 3. Pero before that, let's read first verse 2. The rich and poor meet together, the Lord is the maker of them all. So, whether mayaman ka o mahirap, pare-pareho po tayo. Wala pong mas mataas ang status, mas mataas ang tayo po ay pare-pareho lamang na tao because our maker is the Lord. So pareho lang po tayo. Walang mas mataas ang status. Walang mas mataas, kundi we are of the same level. Pareho po tayong tao. Whether you are rich or poor, you are educated or not, they are all the same. And yun, balik tayo dun sa verse 3. Isa ito sa steps kung paano maka-achieve ng magandang pangalan. Be prudent. Let's read verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Ano ba yung prudent man? A prudent man is an individual who exercises good judgment, caution, and foresight in managing their affairs. Very responsible po ang isang prudent man. Wise, matalino. Careful, maingat sa mga bagay-bagay. Tapos maganda of good judgment, especially in practical matters and planning for the future. So idagdag natin yung being thrifty. A prudent man is a thrifty man. Matalino siya kung paano magplano sa kinabukasan, just like in times of troubles, in times of storms, in times of crisis. Paano po kayo, did you prepare on the storms, ganon, kung uh, may announcement na may malakas na bagyo, ganon, how do you prepare? Di ba, mag-prepare ka para hindi hindi ano, hindi masyadong matuluan ng malakas na bagyo, just in case pag may tumutulo sa yung bahay, di ba, mag-prepare ka kung paano ma-prevent yun. Tapos in crisis, just like yung biglang lockdown nung 5 years ago, 2020, nung COVID pandemic, how did you prepare? Diba, isa sa one of the ways to prepare is to be thrifty. Mag-save ng pera para kapag on emergency cases, you have something to use. Ganun po, be wise for the future. Huwag masyadong wag waldasin ang pera sa mga hindi kailangan. At saka huwag magbisyo. Huwag ubusin ang pera sa bisyo. Ganun po, let us be cautious of our future. Let us be a prudent person. Kasi dun sa next phrase niya, sabi, but the simple pass on and are punished. Yung kabaliktaran po ng prudent man, yung hindi maingat about sa future, yung mga ganun, yung hindi thrifty, hindi nag-exercise ng cautious, ganun, they are punished, sabi dito. Tapos verse 4, let us have humility and let us have fear of the Lord. Let us fear the Lord and let us be humble. Let us read verse 4. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches in honor and life. Humility, magpakumbaba po tayo. And the fear of the Lord. Ano ba yung fear of the Lord? Fear of the Lord is loving the Lord, serving the Lord, obeying the Lord. Sabi dito na ito ay kayamanan. But by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches in honor and life. So it is good to be humble and to have fear of the Lord, because these are riches and honor and life. Tapos next, verse 5, let us read. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. Ano ba yung thorns and snares? It's a biblical metaphor for the painful, hindering consequences and hidden traps that result from a wicked or perverse life. Paghihirap po, pasakit, problema, yun po ang mapapala ng, it says here, froward. What is froward? Willful, disobedient, perverse, and stubborn. One who acts contrary to God's will. Ang isang froward po ay he is doing his own will. Disobedient. perverse, stubborn, who acts contrary to God's will, di ba? Minsan po, ganun po tayo. Kung nagkakamali tayo, we are disobedient. Ang lakas po ng will natin na gawin natin kung ano yung gusto natin, kung ano yung gusto ng puso natin without consulting to the Lord, if kung will ba niya, ganun. So, let us do the opposite of being forward. Ito sa next phrase, he that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. Ano ba yung keep his soul? Keep his soul. Preserve po natin yung ang ating soul, ang ating kaluluwa, ang ating spiritual life, ang ating salvation. By obeying the Lord, by doing His will. So, let us keep our soul. Let us not be forward. Sabi dito, he that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. So, malayo tayo sa thorns and snares. Malayo tayo sa suffering pa. Mag-uubay tayo kay Lord. And verse 6, isa din to sa steps on how to achieve a good name. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will depart from it. Diba? Kahit baby pa lang ang isang tao, like anak natin or apo natin, pamangkin natin, kahit baby pa lang, i-train na natin. Isama natin sa church. Baby man or bata man yan. They have ears to listen. Di ba? Kaya kahit bata pa ang isang tao, pangaralan natin ng magagandang pangaral. Turuan natin ng salita ng Diyos. Turuan natin kung paano mag-serve kay Lord, kung paano mag-worship kay Lord. Turuan natin about the words of God, about the Bible. Dalhin natin sa church activities like Sunday Divine Service, sa prayer meeting, sa Bible studies. Kasi paglaki ng bata, hanap-hanapin niya ang church. Tapos paglaki ng bata, sabi dito, he will not depart from it. Para hindi lalayo kay Lord ang isang tao. Bata pa lang i-train natin. Po. Kasi kapag na-train natin ang isang tao na on our Christian life, paano manampalataya sa Diyos, he will not depart from it. Hanap-hanapin niya ang tahanan ng Diyos, ang simbahan, ang Diyos. Yan po. And so let us desire to have a good name. Mas i-desire po natin yung magkaroon ng magandang pangalan kaysa sa magkaroon ng maraming kayamanan. Kasi ang pagkakaroon ng magandang pangalan, mabuting pangalan ay higit pa sa pagkakaroon ng yaman sa mundo. Ito po yung yaman natin, having a good name. So, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.